Good morning and hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be teaching you how to hook up TPN to your child. So if you've never done it before, or if for some reason it's the very beginning of you doing it and you forgot a step, hopefully this video finds you well. These are the pumps. I like to set mine up to wherever it's TPN up top, Smoff on the bottom. So step one, we're gonna wash our hands. Okay, now that we've washed our hands, what we're going to do is we are going to dry our hands off with paper towels, because you do not want to use any kind of towel that's in your bathroom or washcloth, just because you never know what's on it. You want to use a paper towel at all times. And always, what I like to do is keep the paper towels in the room with me where I'm going to do the TPN and stuff like that. So there you go. Now that we're done drying our hands off, we are going to clean our workstation area with disinfecting wipes. So let's get to it. Now that we have our tray completely cleaned off, we've let it dry. Now it's just time to take all the materials that we need for the TPN and add it to our sterile area. Make sure no fans are going, make sure your vents are closed, and yeah, let's do this. Let's get to it.
So lastly, I forgot to mention, make sure you're wearing gloves for this, otherwise you're doing it wrong. Okay, so the way that I like to start off is by taking these syringes right here and applying the needle to them just to go ahead and get the TPN up and going. So, okay, so now that you have your syringes all needled up and whatnot, it is time to start the TPN process, and that is what these little things come in handy for. These are alcohol wipes. What you want to do is with every single syringe that you inject, you want to take an alcohol wipe and just rub this bad boy down. But after you've wiped that down, make sure it touches nothing else. Remove your needle, and then make sure whenever you insert it, that you insert it straight as possible, because it can slip through the sides and poke you in the finger. So yeah, that's how that one looks. Now I'm going to do the next three, and then we're on to the next step. All right, now that we have the final needle in there, I'm going to show you guys what to do with these. Take these needles right here and just tuck them nicely into your little syringe box. One thing I forgot to mention is it helps out a lot with the trash buildup. If you have a little itty bitty trash can right here, just to drop your stuff in there. Alright, then after you've injected the syringes, you just want to gently just rock it back and forth, like this right here, because you don't want to get too many bubbles in there. You want to do it till it's been nice and mixed in, and then from here, we're going to connect our wiring, tubing, whatever you'd like to call it. Okay, now that we've got the tubing all set up, the next step is to pop these little tops off right here, clean them off with some alcohol swabs, and get these set up. So let's do it. All right, got that set up. Like I said before, just trash your extra papers. Now, just time to hang it, prime it, syringe them, and then we're good to go. All right, so now that we have the TPN nice and hung up, what we're going to do is insert our primers, and I'm a moron and did not kink these. So, word to the wise, make sure you kink these first. Otherwise it starts to flow in like this right here, but it's cool because you got to prime it anyways. And this is actually a good example. So this is why you prime it, because you'll get these little air bubbles in there, which get filtered. See that? Get filtered through this right here. And then you have nothing but just pure lipids and TPN whenever it goes through the filter. But every now and then an air bubble can slip through, and your little machines will let you know it in the middle of the night. So let's get these kinked. So you want to put the teeth of this. You'll see little notches on them. The teeth go up and in towards this right here. And then you just want to make sure that whichever one you decide to do first. I like to do the TPN side first. So what you want to do is just make sure that that side is open and your lipids are kinked off. And then leave your lipids kinked. So you just turn your machine on. And this is a handy little trick in case you're doing this by yourself. You can, if you have one of these poles that have a hanger on them, you want the arrow to always be facing up. So you can just wrap it around it and it's always facing up. So now we will prime it and saline him, and then we're good to go. One thing I forgot to mention whenever you're doing the priming, it helps to have that same trash can down here to catch all of the fluid. All right, and now that that's done, what you want to do is you want to check your line for any air bubbles past your little filters right here. Because if there's any air in that line, that it could be no bueno. It looks like we're solid. So now for the fun part, where we can take our gloves off. You could probably take them off prior, but after that we will turn these off because it'll say pump unattended until you do so. All right, now let's saline them. Okay, so now that we've got him hooked up, flushed, and all that good jazz, you want to make sure that you're unkinked. He's waking up. You're going to make sure he's unkinked. Hit the start button. It'll say start infusion. And you want to hit OK again. And that gets them going. Now, after this, you want to make sure you picked up any of your loose caps or anything like that, because you definitely don't want that in the bed. But as for that, your child's hooked up, he's getting his nutrients, you're good to go. All right, you guys, but that is how you set up TPN. Hopefully this video found you well. It was very educational for you. All that stuff. I just really wanted you guys to be able to see what we kind of have to do on a daily basis, or nightly basis, however you want to say it. But yeah, we have a very energetic child over here now, and he's wide awake. If you can see that, can I see that? Can I see it? Yeah, now you can see it. He's wide awake, so we're gonna try and get him to sleep because we're exhausted. But smash that like button, and then that subscribe button that you see down there in red, hit it until it can't move anymore. And as for the rest of you guys, hope you have a wonderful night, and remember, stay committed.
Screaming from the